to My Self-Reliance. I'm Kelly Wilkins, and this is our Tuesday 8 p.m. call that we do every week, where we welcome you to join in our community, get to know one another, and I share a little bit with you about what you need to know to be more self-reliant. Today's topic is your health. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here with you. And really, this is all about, we're talking about getting off grid with your health. What does that mean? It means moving away from the system. It means not having to rely on our traditional going to the doctor, getting the doctor to tell you what's wrong with you, and using medicines and hospital stays and those treatments that doctors like to do, or the tests that they like to do to treat your health. So I believe that there is another way, and I have been the last 15 years using more natural health remedies, only using good quality ingredients on and in my body and for my family, so that I have not have to go to the doctor, I don't have to go to the chemist, I don't have to take Panadol. I don't rely on any of those traditional, I guess, ways of attending to your health needs. Because I don't believe you should trust your body with a doctor. Okay, they're not there really to look after your health, in my opinion, and let me show you why. So I'm going to take you back to the early, late 1800s. And in the late 1800s, yellow fever was rampant through the USA. And to treat yellow fever, you could go see a homeopathic doctor. What's a homeopathic doctor? Well, homeopathy used to be the most widely used method of treating illnesses using natural medicine. Okay, homeopathy. Chiropractics was another really familiar way of treating health. Or you could see your allopathic doctor, that would what we would call a GP. And a GP would, back in the day, were known for their acting as a physician. They're carrying out performing surgeries. Now, you've heard that word before, performing surgeries, because that they would do their surgeries in front of an audience. Okay, so it was a really, with a crowd and with a spectacle, that's how they would do it. And the homeopathic practice would give personalized care to their patients. It would be a longer treatment, a lot more time intensive with their patients, but the results dramatically outweighed the results of a allopathic or a GP. Okay, now what was the problem? Well, enter oil. John D. Rockefeller was known for being the single most rich and powerful man in US history. It took him only 7 years to control 90% of the global refineries, and he had gained enormous influence over the railway industry, over scientific research. He reformed medicine, as I'll show you, and education. So his power and influence was huge because he had the money to do so. He took over the electric car industry and monopolized transport across the country. So he was set to take over the medical industry as well, but the only problem was that homeopathy was at least 50% was studied in medical schools at the time, and holistic medicine was the preferred option. So he was coming up against the most popular view was natural remedies, and he was actually a despised man. Nobody really liked him because he was taking over, but he had to change public opinion. So what did he do is he hired some really smart men in the business to go through and to do a report. And from this report, they discovered that the medical education was varied. And so this scathing report, within 2 decades, they closed all of half of medical schools, and they streamlined academic learning and homogenized the way that people learnt medicine. Okay, that allowed him then to be able to spend $300 million. Can you imagine? That's a lot of money now, but back in the day, $300 million towards a general education board, and that general education board really changed the way that people looked at medicine. It changed the education system. It took people were moved in a way that now they required expensive medical procedures, and lengthy hospital stays was the only way that medicine was going to be taken seriously. Homeopathy, even natural medicines, were mocked and demonized, and doctors were thrown into jail for speaking out about these errors. So the petrol products today for most of everything that you touch. Many personal care products are derived from petroleum, including lotions, creams, cosmetics, and most people are putting this all over their body. They're using them, and they're not realizing the effect that it's having on the body. Synthetics are replaced as a cheaper alternative with devastating consequences. So our bodies are not designed to process synthetics, and so you're slowly killing yourself over time the more synthetics are building up in our system. So these are really preventable illnesses that people are suffering with these days. So I'm going to say in summary, what we see is money has transformed the medical education system. When you control the medical education, you can control the thinking and habits for generations. When people are taught to trust science over natural remedies, true patient care is removed, and expensive medical procedures with lengthy hospital stays and lots of pharmaceutical drugs are the common practice. And that is the problem that we have today. Now let's talk about how our bodies actually work. Your body is the miracle. You were born well, and then within minutes of you being born, the doctors give you a vitamin K injection, and then at 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, you're given your vaccines, and then you wonder why you start to become unwell. You fix everything with more medicine and more medicine, but if you give the body the nutrition that it needs, it can actually heal itself. So my children were never given vaccines. I stopped all of that from the time that my son received a 6-month-old vaccine, and then I said no more. That's it. And then my eldest daughter, she's now 19, she had all her vaccines. I didn't know any better. But my youngest 3, my oldest boy, who's now 11, he got his to 6 months, and the other 2 kids, they didn't get any, because I could see the nasties that were adding up, and it's in everything. You know, it's in everything that we touch, in all our food. And so as you're going to see, the more natural nutrition ingredients that you can use, the better. So here's some ingredients that you don't want to use. Now, animal byproducts are very common in skincare products, but the one that we've been talking about, the mineral oil, what does that do? Well, it acts like it starts off at mineral oil. It's refined. It's a petrolatum, has a few different names to it, refined down to baby oil and Vaseline. Worst things you can put on your baby. If you put Vaseline all over your skin from head to toe, your skin won't be able to breathe. And that's what we needed to do. Your skin is the largest organ of your body. we need it to be able to breathe. It needs to be able to dispel toxins. It needs to be able to take in nutrients. But the mineral oil is like a Glad wrap. And if you can imagine Glad wrapping your whole body, it's going to feel smooth, and you're going to think that you've done something to look after your skin, but really you've just stopped the process, and then you're going to feel more dehydrated. The next thing is sodium lauryl sulfates. It's a chemical that used to help bubble up, and all that bubbling up process is not good for you. Another one is parabens, and parabens are the ingredients that's preservatives. So there's 3 parabens that you'll find in most lotions that will extend the life of the product, but they're no good for you. Okay, anything that has collagen in it, that's dead animal collagen, that's not serving you, you don't want to put that on your skin, but you want something that's going to feed your own natural collagen. Animal byproducts is what's found in most ingredients, and it's a filler. Okay, so what they do is they take products, they take them to the animal processing plants, boil them up in a big vat, scoop off the top, and sell that to cosmetic companies, and that's what they create their cosmetics out of. Now, what about gluten? Gluten is a really detrimental ingredient that cannot be found not just in food products, but on skincare and makeup as well. Trans fats, corn syrup, you don't want to intake those, and talcum powder, very detrimental to your skin. Why do they use all of these? Because it's cheaper to manufacture. They're going to make more money, and you're going to buy it because it's cheap, but it's really not giving you any results. Okay, so if the company doesn't tell you that they're not using these ingredients, then they probably are. Okay, now I can easily step away from all those toxic ingredients with the company that I've been working with for the last 15 years, and so I don't have to take that list of ingredients with me to the store and check them out all the time. I just keep purchasing products that I know are safe, pure, and beneficial for my family, and I haven't got to worry about any of those. So now, this is 6 steps that you can be aware of that's going to really transform your life, and if you can take these on board, these 6 steps, it's going to increase your health dramatically. Number 1, you want to decrease your toxic intake. That means looking at all the processed foods that you could be buying, decrease the toxins from those ingredients that we just talked about. Start lessening those in your system, inside and out. Next, we want to increase your nutritional absorption. So there is a saying that says, you are what you eat. And that's not actually accurate. You are what you absorb. If you are taking in vitamins and minerals, you need to be aware of what you're pairing them with so that your body can actually absorb it properly and not just flush out golden urine because your body's not taking in all those good nutrients. Next, third thing is we want to eliminate toxins. And we eliminate toxins by doing a herbal detox, by drinking more water, having more alkaline drink, just flushing out those toxins. Number 4, we want to balance your blood sugar. So if you're having a lot of sweets and your blood sugar is going to rise, the next thing it's going to do, what goes up must come down, and your blood sugar is going to drop. That rise and that fall is what leads too much to chronic up and down, is to type 2 diabetes. And so, type 2 diabetes is so prevalent in our society today, it's actually a preventable illness. So just by being able to balance our blood sugar levels, and I'm going to show you ways that you can do that. We're also going to balance our pH. So what is your pH? If you're having a lot of red meat, maybe wine, sugar, you're going to be high in acids, okay, acid forming. And if you're having a lot of leafy greens, lemon, then you're going to be alkalining. Now you can't spend all your time eating alkaline food because you won't have that balance. Some people need that red meat and the chocolate and things too, but you can't spend your time eating all of that too. So we need a balance in the middle. So knowing what is your pH foods can help you to make sure that the way that you eat and balance your plate will help you to have that good pH support. Now the last thing is support. If you're ever going to go out and decide, okay, I'm going to take on a new way of treating my body and looking after my health, it's very difficult to go it out alone. I find that if you have a support network, even a buddy, even one person who's like, okay, let's do this together, then you're going to be able to stick at it longer. You're going to be able to turn things around so that it's not just a fad or a yo-yo. You're actually going to get on a lifestyle path that you can continue to keep. We don't want, benefits and then relapses, right? So, okay. So I'm going to point out some natural remedies that you can use that's going to benefit you, and you might have these in your cupboard already. What do you do with them? So number one, baking soda. Baking soda is a really good all-rounder for cleaning, from everything from mouthwash to toothpaste to cleaning out your fridge. It deodorizes, it detoxifies, and so it's really quite safe to use. Does a multitude of things to clean and to deodorize. And that's good because you don't want to use more chemicals from your cleaning products in your home. Number two, apple cider vinegar. So this helps balance your blood sugar levels. We love an apple cider vinegar drink based on honey, with hot water. Melt that, put your apple cider in, put your fill it up with cold water and ice, and it takes out the tartness that kind of gets you in the back of the throat, and it's delicious. So we drink that. It also helps with acid reflux. It can be used as a scalp treatment for dandruff or a wart treatment, so it has a number of applications. You can look it up. Number three is turmeric. Turmeric is so fantastic. You can have it as a drink as well. Lots of different ways to have it, but it's good for inflammation, arthritis, heart disease, has a numerous amount of different applications. Peppermint oil, great for heartburn, headaches, natural ways of curing your headache without having to go to Panadol or those, horrible things, more chemicals, right? And then magnesium. Magnesium is going to be so good for your body, for your muscles, PMS, again, headaches, constipation. It has so many applications. So you just need to find magnesium that's going in a form that you can use. Okay, next one. So I'm going to recommend 5 things that you can do to improve your health today. Number one, cut out gluten. Doesn't matter if you're a celiac or not a celiac. If you cut out gluten, you're going to feel the results of that. You're going to have more energy. You're not going to be as bloated. You're going to feed your mental state. Why? Because your gut is your second brain. What you eat is going to affect how you feel and how you think. So automatically just cutting out gluten, do that for 21, 30 days, and then reintroduce it slowly, and you're going to tell the difference. And that's really the only way to find out how gluten affects you, is by taking it out and then reintroducing it. So taking out pasta, white rice, So white potato, all these things have gluten that is going to cause gassiness. Okay, number 2, using botanical-based ingredients. So staying clear of mineral oil, perfume, dyes, and fragrances on your skin is going to have a dramatic effect on how you cancer, for instance, and how you, it's not maybe not how you feel, because you're not noticing it over time, but it's all these chemicals that we're using that's causing the issues. Number 3, eat less artificial, addictive, and allergenic foods. So dairy is one of those that's very allergenic to the body. So if you are suffering with acne, that's the first thing you want to cut out is dairy. If you are eating out of packets or shopping in the middle aisles, I want to suggest maybe shop around the outside of the supermarket, or better still, grow your own. The more fresh that you can eat, the better you will feel for it. And nature is not addictive in of itself, but maybe that good feeling is. So number 4, move your body. Exercise, dance, I guess maybe getting a pet is good because you're taking them for a walk, but stretching, just getting that movement in is going to be so good for your body. It needs those endorphins. It needs to be able to move. You need to be able to move your muscles and strengthen your muscles daily. You don't exercise it, you're going to lose that strength. And like our body as babies, we're actually born with Olympic flexibility, right? But we actually just lose that over time because we don't practice it. And then 5, reduce stress. So meditation, prayer, communicating, talking out your needs, not bottling things up, and then reading 10 pages of a book every day, because you need to feed your mind good mental support so that you don't go nuts. And 3 hugs a day keeps you sane. So, but 10 pages will actually help you to, not just a novel, but something that's going to be educating or uplifting. It will really help strengthen and reduce stress so that you don't feel like you need to stress eat. Okay, because that is another vicious circle that people find themselves in, is they feel stressed, stress eat, then feel bad because the food is affecting your thinking again. Okay. Now, to wrap all of this up, I want to share with you the healthy living, clean eating plan that I coach people on. And this is what I've been doing for the last 10-15 years, is coaching people on how they can eat well, transition, it's not all or nothing. It's a transition to eating well. It's a 30 days, and I'm going to coach you, give you meal plans, support, recipes, one-on-one coaching, and then also group support. Like I said, you need all that group support so that you can get clear about how you can sustain healthy eating over the long term. Okay, that program you get 60 meals in a kit. It's about $400 for that program, and I do have another program which I would like to share with you. So I'm going to just stop that share and bring up another visual for you, because I also do a mindset program, and I do realize that it takes both a mindset shift and a physical shift to be well. So let me just show you through another program that I offer, and I'm just going to share this screen with you again. So, okay, here we go. Okay, now just enlarge that. So I have a My Self-Reliance coaching program. And in this coaching program, I'm going to offer 3 things. It's the 30 Days to Healthy Living program and beyond, because once you have me for a coach, you have me for life. There is a personal coaching program, which is the jigsaw mindset puzzle piece. And then there's the My Self-Reliance Do It For You Getting Started consultation. So like I said, with the 30 Days to Healthy Living, you get all the meal plans, recipes, one-to-one coaching. And so in 30 days, you are going to feel amazing. Actually, in the first 10 days, I can guarantee you're just going to turn your life around. It's going to be awesome. And then in the second program, it's a standalone program, the Jigsaw Method. What we do is we have, it's a 6-day program. We do an hour each day together. And this is a morning ritual. It's maybe a morning, take you through a morning challenge. And we can do that at 2 times. So the first time would be between 7 and 8 in the morning. Or you could choose to do it from 9:30 to 10:30. So thinking about maybe once you've dropped the kiddies off to school, then you could jump on to the Zoom and we do it together. And it's a group program. So it's a small group program. I only take that program with 6 or less people at a time. And I do that alternate weeks. So one week it'll be the 7 to 8 a.m. and the following week will be 9:30 to 10:30, so that we have that balance and you can choose which program that suits you. Now, it's $67 for that program, but if you purchase both programs, you get it for $47. And then if you just want to, because I am offering this program, if you take up this program in December or January, then you'll get it for $40. Okay, all right, so I'm going to actually do a deal. If you take up both of those 2 programs together, the 30 Days to Healthy Living and this one, and you do that in January, then you'll get this program thrown in for free when you do the 30 days, okay? And if you do want to do this one as a standalone in December or January, it's only going to be $40. Okay, now the third program that I offer is not as much a program as it is a coaching consultation. So in order to decide whether this consultation is right for you, reach out to me and say, look, I don't know whether I need I needed my Self-Reliance Done For You kit or not. What we do is we talk about where you're up to, what it is that you want to achieve, and then either I give you a list and say, okay, this is what you need to do. You can go out and do that, or we work it out, and if you're time poor, then you can say, all right, Kelly, that's what I need you to organize for me. Okay, and then I'll give you a quote based on the time that it's going to take to set you up in the way that you want to be set up to get organized for your self-reliance. Okay, so do reach out to me if any of those programs interest you. My number is on the screen. Or you can email me at kellywilkins27@gmail.com and we can get you started on any one of those programs. Or if you just want to find out a bit more and you want me to send you out some information, please also reach out to me, kellywilkins27@gmail.com, and I can send you more information about those. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone for joining me for this health session, and we look forward to having you on next week, which will be the think it's the 14th of December, which will be our last one for the year, and it will be a Christmas party. So thank you for watching. Stay well, be well, and